at the putt. So it's dollar day here,
Dollar
man. Let's
day.
make dollars.
Dollars. $1 million no holla. Welcome, everybody. Man, hey, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you woke up this morning and you're here, which is a good thing, we're next week is Thanksgiving. Ooh, can you believe it, dude? Can you believe that?
Thanksgiving and then Christmas is what? 5 weeks away.
A day later, like it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't like. Is there anything in between? And then there's New Year. So like, yeah. We just fast forward right to the New Year, man. Kym, are you going to be in the Keys at New Year's? How long you stay down there? No. Okay, you go back home.
We're going back like December 5th or so because the grandkids.
Got it. Okay, good for you. All right,
so you got mid-January.
So you got a little bit longer. Oh, you will come back mid-January. Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back mid-January for about a month, and then we'll be in Washington until next fall.
Very nice. Well, thanks for being here, my friend. As always, I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So you're doing some kick butt things with an annual review, and then a past lead, which we covered. But man, I want people to hear this. I don't know if we've talked about the annual review. I think we talked about the oops marketing that you did, but which had to do with veterans and government shutdown and stuff like that, which generated a ton of business, which was great. But you do an annual review. Do you do an annual review with every loan you ever closed, to try to? Tell us about it.
Yep. It took me years to. I really struggled, and it wasn't until I had a CRM that would launch a campaign for me, so it would do it automatically, and then I didn't have a choice.
Ooh.
Like once I got that in place, then that's when it became really effective.
Interesting.
Once I got that, it was, I don't know, 2.5 years ago, I went back to all of the loans that I had record of historically that had closed, and I just tagged them for the month that they had closed. So some of them are from months ago.
Okay.
Clients that closed
just months ago,
for example,
literally.
November, right? Yeah. So every loan that I have record of that I closed in the month of November of any year is in the annual review campaign.
Okay.
Because even if they respond and say, which they do, like, we sold that house 3 years ago, we live in Louisiana, or whatever. I'm like, great. Thanks for thank you for letting me know. It's great to hear from you. So did you buy a home there?
Yeah.
And I'll just continue the conversation. So it was part of that getting over the fear of I do stay in touch with my database, but it's more, for a couple of years there, it was more like by email. I didn't feel like I did a great job.
Okay.
So you got to get past that feeling of insecurity. Like, man, they're not going to want to hear from me. They're not going to remember me. This is weird. Like just get past that. Nobody was a jerk. I've had a couple of people, DNC, like, hey, hit the do not call or say stop. Yeah. Fine. Like, no problem. Out of 50, that's fine.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. 50 out of 11. Yeah. 1,100. So be a duck, man. Just let it roll off your back. Right.
Right. Well, and I mean, like, in my database, I'm not even sure how many people are in the annual review campaigns from different months. I mean, you're probably right with that number, around 1160, because that was who I sent. I didn't search by that tag when I sent that video out last week, but it's probably around there. And so however many that is a month, that's almost 100 a month on average, and a couple of them opt out. That's fine.
So I don't know if you have a presentation, no big deal, but I'll just ask questions.
Yep,
you do? Okay, cool. So my biggest question is, what do you go, like, one, how do you start it? And two, what do you go over? Like in the annual review, like is there similarity to all of them, or is it 100% not one's the same?
Okay, so they start out all the same. Well, they're all the same. I'm all about all the same.
Okay.
So scroll down. So I prepared it like this so that you guys, you can share the slide deck, but also if anyone wants to.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a photo. Yeah, because I share that with you, Scotty, and then you can share it with everyone else if you want.
Yep.
Put it in the chat. So
actually, real quick, Kym, for everybody that again, I'm giving away MLO Live, the your own little portal. What I'll do is I'll put this in the portal. under
you go.
resources. So I'll put that in there. It'll be in there under resources. So if you don't have it, go to MLOlive.com, hit that member portal, and sign up. It's free. There's no credit card needed, and then it has a bunch of other stuff. And so really cool place to get this stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many resources in there. That's a better place for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wrote a script, and so my CRM will let me pre-record a voicemail and then create a campaign, like so drop it in the campaign. So on the first Monday of the month, like it doesn't matter what day their loan closed, any day in the month of November, it's going to launch the first Monday of November. So it drops a voicemail. It shows up as a missed call on their phone and drops a voicemail. So if you don't have a CRM that does that, you can use like the Sly broadcast, right? Like the Sly dial version, or there's different tools that can do that. So it drops that, hey, can you believe it's been another year since you bought your home? And yes, sometimes it's a refinance. So I'm going to change this because I'll change it every year, of course, so they don't get the same thing. So next time I'm going to say, since your home loan closed.
Yeah.
So just goes to show it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I wanted to check in, see how you're loving it. Want to give you a quick update on your mortgage and your home value. Lots going on in the market. I'm happy to fill you in. Give me a shout when you have a sec. Talk soon. So it drops a voicemail, which I've recorded, and then it follows it with a text. Hey, says their first name. It's Kym. Left you a message. Look forward to catching up. And several clients will respond right away to that text and say, oh, I didn't get your voicemail yet. It's because it didn't even show up on their phone yet.
I love it.
Or a lot, probably an equal number of clients will just immediately call the number back because it's my CRM phone number. And some of them don't have that number. They only have my cell, so they don't know who's calling. But it's a local area code and they think they missed a call and they call back right away.
Very nice.
So there's a lot of people who just call right away. Some who respond to the text, and then either I call them then, or we set up a call, or they're like, oh, we're all good. And then I'll just kind of carry on a text conversation with them if I can tell they don't want to get on the phone. And then it drops an email also right away that is, happy loan anniversary. Hope you're doing great. Want to see how you're liking the home, give you a quick mortgage checkup. There's a lot happening with interest rates and home values. Obviously, I'm going to change this depending upon the timing of the market. So 2026 will be a little different. And then I do put my Calendly link in there because I only use my Calendly link for loan consultations.
Okay.
So I have it. So if I get someone who books on there, I know it's a client, it's a loan consultation, either current pipeline or annual review.
Gotcha.
Oftentimes though, it ends up being more of a spur of the moment. Like I'd stand up on the phone with them. It's not even a scheduled. I don't feel like it doesn't have to be scheduled. If I get on the phone with one of them, we're doing the annual review right then.
Yeah.
And I've got the questions that I ask down at the bottom here, so I'll share them with you guys.
Awesome.
Yep. And then on day 2, so this automatically stops if they respond to anything.
Okay.
If they don't, then it just keeps going. So on day 2, it drops again. And on day 2, I leave it at lunchtime. So right around like 12:07 or something, it'll drop the voicemail and show missed call. Want to try at a different time. I'd love to catch up, give you a quick market update, and etc. Call me when you get a sec. Then it drops another email. Left you another message. Hope all is well. Let me know if there's a better time to connect. Here's my calendar if that's easier. And much smaller number of people respond to the email. More responses to the missed call and the text.
Okay.
So if you were choosing what you're going to do, I do the call and the text over the email. Like, don't just do an email.
No, please, no, God, no. Yeah, right.
If you're going to do the email, you need to do phone call and text. And if you don't have 1,000 people, just call. Like I only do this because I was trying to touch 50 to 100 people a month when it wasn't happening. So I just put a campaign in place so that I could touch as many of them as possible because I end up in conversation with a lot of them.
So you wouldn't do you wouldn't do all of them if you had less? No.
It will say I only had like 10 to 20.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
I would do the like I would call them.
Gotcha.
And then then drop the text. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to get them live on the phone.
Yeah. That's the whole point.
To have a conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend using the campaign as a way to avoid phone calls.
Gotcha.
Right? We're not trying to avoid getting on the phone with people. I use it this way because I just wasn't getting it done with that many people.
That needs a loud shout out. If you weren't paying attention, this is to get people on the phone, not just hide behind an email, a text, or a voicemail. Please. There's like people, AI is doing that stuff. So if you want to be AI, just hire an AI person to do all that. And then go on vacation or retire. Like whatever. Like, but you're gonna lose your clients. Like, this is putting human back into the equation, asking for a phone call. You see every one of these, like, would love to catch up. Worst case, let me give you a market update. Like, or just talk. Hey man, I'd love to hear what you're up to or what's going on. Like something simple.
Yes. And when they reply to the text, I always say, hey, and their first name. It's great to hear from you. Every time. Hey, Scotty, it's great to hear from you. How are you doing? How's the house?
Love it. Yeah. How's the house? Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. And then they answer, and then I respond with one of my favorite questions, which is also one of the ones I do on the phone. But if we're texting and they don't want to hop on a call, because then I'll say, hey, do you have time for a quick call, or can I call you back? And if not, then I'll say, are you in your forever home? And then that just sparks conversation. Then they say, well, no, but probably the next 5 years. Oh, that's great. What's happening in 5 years?
Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
And then I'm putting all these notes in their CRM, and then I'm also reporting back to the realtor partner, which is you guys, that is like at least half the value of this is that you report back to the realtor who referred them to you, and that partner is going to feel like you are adding value to them because you're keeping them updated and connected to their clients. A lot of loan officers don't follow up to a brand new referral and it's only been a week. You follow up 3 years later after closing. How does that make you stand out?
I throw a little funny into it because this is back to my used car days. I'm like, you gonna drive that car forever till the wheels fall off? Like, so I say, are you gonna live in that house forever till the thing just falls to the ground? Like, so have some fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it your
whatever your stick. Yep.
And yep. So then here's the other thing. That first day if you do the campaign and you drop the broadcast, the slide out, the voicemails, you need to block off your calendar to be available to answer. Because the idea is we want to get on the phone with people. So don't schedule a bunch of appointments during that time or be away from your desk. Like, be available to answer those calls. Block off time when that annual review happens. If you're not sitting at your desk proactively making the calls and you just launched a campaign, you need to be there to expect to be on the phone.
So don't do it on Friday at 5 p.m. like Kym did.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it.
And the other thing why I started on a Monday is because it's a campaign, and see now how we're down to day 5 here. So it keeps on going the first 5 days. So I launch it on a Monday and then it goes, for the next 5 days.
Yeah.
And
love it.
So then, this one here, hey, it's Kym again. Is there a better time for me to reach you? No pressure. Want to be a good resource for you. That's on day 2. So oftentimes I'll end up getting a response to this one because that drops at lunchtime. And then nothing on 3 or 4. And then on day 5, it says, hey, does this number still belong to?
Ooh, and I remember, love that.
Yeah. And Scotty, you had an idea that you said, hey, are you okay?
Are you okay? Hey, are you okay? Yeah. I do that all the time. Yeah. It works. It works so good. It's so good. Yeah.
And so I then get a lot of responses to this on day 5. And sometimes, like every month, I'll get at least one that says, no, it doesn't. This belongs to so-and-so. And I'm like,
awesome. Hey, are you open to a market update or refinance or buy that? Like, just go for it, man. Just go.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yep. And then keeps going. So day 8, and these are calendar days. Yep. Still thinking of you. So this is just an email because I don't want them to opt out.
Right.
So I'm not trying to be annoying.
Yep.
So I'll drop another email on day 8. And then day 10 looks like now might not be the best time to connect. Totally get it. Just know I'm always here if you have any questions about the market, refinancing, or anything home related. Talk soon. And then a little emoji, keeping it casual. I do put my name on there because you can't assume that everyone has you saved in there. So pretty much all of them. Yeah. Put my name. At the beginning, I put my, I think I did my last name and the company, like Kym Mason with Summit Lending. I think I had on that. Oh, no. Okay. Just said Kym. Never mind. On my initial client campaign, like that I get a brand new client, I put my full name and company in the text. Okay. And then the email, one last check-in. Hey, I'll stop bugging you now. LOL. Just want to check in one last time. Are you still loving your home? Any big changes since you bought it? If you ever have questions, I'm always here to help. Take care. And then on day 14, I call. Like that's a proactive call. So anyone who hasn't responded yet, block off time and pull up those tags and actually call them and try and get them on the phone. By now, it's pretty warm. Like they've got a bunch of emails, texts, and a couple of voicemails from you.
Love it. So 14 days in a row, business days, or do you do weekends too?
It's not in a row.
Okay.
It's like day 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 14.
Okay. Got it.
And then it goes all the way to day 33. So after the month is over, it drops one more voicemail. Okay, and I say,
love it.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. One more email.
Yeah.
And it drops one more email and it says, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss a reply from you. My inbox has been playing tricks on me lately. If you ever have another one that I'll say is, last year I said, oh, it's come to my attention that some of my emails, a bunch of my emails went into spam. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss a reply from you. If you ever have questions, I'm here.
Tricky.
Right.
Kym, you got a question in the question that says, what tool or website do you use for the house evaluation?
HomeBot.
HomeBot. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, what CRM are you using?
Bonzo.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you build that all out yourself, or did you have somebody build that out for you?
I built it out myself.
Very good.
Yeah.
Money's in the details. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Devin has built it out far better. I need a Devin coaching. Oh, shit.
I don't know about all that. You've done
it. There he is. Yeah. She thought she was getting away with it today. What's up, D?
Devin is the CRM guru, like all the answers. Yeah.
I still think Brad's got me beat, especially in Go High Level. But your communication, this is very similar to what I've got built out for ours. I'd love to see your pipelines and how you're communicating with your agents and stuff at some point. We should definitely jump on a call.
We need to jump on a call because I haven't been using the pipelines.
You can share mine, by the way. So I can actually have Bonzo gift you my pipelines. So if you like the way they're set up, they do that.
Hey,
Devin, you're amazing. That would be great.
I got you. I might know a guy.
Thank you.
You might know a guy.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
And so that's the day 33, like that email. And I do sometimes then get a reply to that email. So you never know what's going on with people. They could have been on vacation that whole 2 weeks or had a family thing or a work thing. And then I'll share with you the questions when I get them on the phone. So you want me to go to that next, Scotty?
Yeah, please do. And just FYI, I put Kym Mason's corner under resources inside of MLO Live. So anything she shared, the seller presentation is there. The what else? You got so much stuff in here. Seller presentation, the visibility presentation, the talk to loan officers, like 4 weeks out, like all kinds of cool stuff.
Reading to past client or past potential client. So that is in there, which is very similar to this one. It was a campaign that I did for people who were referred to me but didn't buy.
Okay.
In the last like 3 to 4 years.
Very cool.
Okay. So
this is what you cover. So this is what you cover with them on the 6 questions.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I've added, actually, I just didn't put it on the slide yet, the one that you said, Scott, anything I could do to put you in a better financial position.
Yeah. Okay.
So I really like that question also. And so then I'll say, I want to make sure you're in the right mortgage at the right time for you. Another way to say that is kind of how you say it, which is, I want to see if there's anything I can do to put you in a better financial position.
Yep. It's such a great question. If that's all you ask, it's a great question. Because then it makes them think, turns their mind down, I don't know, what do you got? It's kind of like, what are we having for dinner? I don't know. What do you like?
Yeah. And then the easy question is how's the home working out for you? And one of the things I ask in those previous communications is have you made any changes to the home? People love to talk about that. They love it. And so I like when they respond and they'll say oh, we added a new deck, or oftentimes when I get them on the phone, that's the first thing they start talking about, because I had those questions in that communication, and it's such an easy conversation and it makes them feel happy to talk about. We put all new windows in, we added French doors, we put a deck on. Oh my gosh, that outdoor living space must be amazing, et cetera. So I like talking about that. And I'll tell you personally, with all of the homes that I've purchased, I've never had my realtor call me later and say, have you made any changes to the home? And I kind of wish they would.
Good point.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah. Because that's
really good.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy part about this, Kym. Agents can do this exact same thing.
Yes.
Like they should.
Yes.
So if you teach your agents how to do this would be a great webinar. How to literally get more referrals from the people that know already, and how to get your clients to list with you again. How to get your clients, they say, what's the stat? I can look it up. What's the stat that said they will list with the same agent again, but they just don't remember them?
Yeah, I don't remember, but it's huge.
Yeah, that would.
And I didn't put the dialogue in here that I use at the end. I say my referral dialogue is, hey, I'd love to have I found that good people know other good people. I'd love to have more clients like you. So if you have any friends or family members who want to buy or refinance, have any questions in general I can help with, please let me know. Or can I count on you? That's another way to say it. Can I count on you to let me know?
So where do you think, is it one size fits none? It's always different, or do you find one of these is more of a hot topic than the other?
Yeah, I always say, how's the home working out for you? I always say, are you in your forever home? I don't always say, when do you plan to be mortgage free? It depends on how the conversation is going, what direction. So that's when it starts to be more personalized.
Yeah.
I highly recommend saying, are there any non-mortgage debts you'd like to consider eliminating? Because you'll be shocked sometimes at the responses. I had this one conversation with a woman who all she cared about from the time she bought the home until even when I'm doing the annual review 2 years later is that she wanted to retire. And
not pay off her house. She wanted to retire. So what? Yeah. Gotcha.
Keeping her payment low. She bought a house she could afford to live on in retirement. And when I said, are there any non-mortgage debts you'd like to consider eliminating? She said, yeah, so I have an art fetish. And my family's really mad at me and I just can't stop. And I just bought some more and I financed it. And I'm like, how much? $40,000.
I was going to say it's, yeah.
She's like, what's the payment? She's like, 1,000.
Oh.
Okay. So
40,000 art fetish.
And so she's VA loan. And when we had this conversation, this was when we started the conversation, this was 2 years ago, rates were pretty darn high. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep you on. Here's your strike rate. Here's where it would make sense. And even though her mortgage rate was going, the interest rate on her mortgage was going to go up, she was going to save a lot of money monthly. And it would help her to be able to retire.
Or buy more art.
Right. So here's the thing. I did an annual review with her the next year and she bought more art.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
So
value went up though. Value in the house went up.
We just closed on her cash out VA refi.
Very cool.
Consolidated all of her debt. So she just has the one home loan. And even though her interest rate went up, we saved her like $1,300 a month, I think.
Wow.
And the rates have come down. So now
refire again
in the 5s and not in 7s. But yeah.
Get this, Kym. Get this. Remember, I know this is off topic, but I just put in here at what clients would use the same agent again. 80 to 90% of sellers say they would use the same real estate agent again, but only 20% actually do. And the reason? You want to know why?
They don't remember.
They don't follow up. Yeah, because most agents don't follow up. Don't stay in touch. Don't stay top of mind long enough for the client to remember their name when it's time to move again.
Yep. And so I feel like part of my role, my partnership with my agents is protecting their commission. And so part of the value add for me with my realtor partners is that I do stay in touch with all my clients and mention their name and direct them back to them. And I just did that on an annual review where she couldn't remember the agent's name. And I reminded her who it was. And she said, oh my gosh, that's right. I love Sonia. She was amazing. And I'm like, I agree. She's amazing. Sent her contact info. And then I immediately called the agent who didn't answer, of course, sent a text message like, hey, you need to please get in touch with Crystal. This is what she's thinking. She wants to sell and buy another house. It's been a couple of years. She doesn't love the neighborhood. And you guys, I had to get back to that realtor twice to get her to, I'm telling you, I actually said after a couple of days, I said, because I followed up with the client and she hadn't heard from her yet. And so a couple of days later, I sent a text saying, hey, no worries if you're busy. Do you want me to refer her to a different realtor? And then she was like, I'm all over it. Called her, went to the house the next.
Yeah, but is she all over it? That's the thing. Like, God.
But
$30,000 commission. Just like, I'll get to it.
I just I just out of judgment there and just say like, this is part of the service I provide to my agents. I try to keep them connected.
Crazy.
With their clients.
Good stuff.
And then, any big changes, any other big goals you have in the next 5 years. And then I always affirm their decision to buy real estate. So I'll say, if I know the dollar amount they have in equity approximately, I'll say it. And if not, no worries. I'll just say, I see you've got, a bit of equity there. I'd say this was a really good investment. So always saying, boy, you really made a good investment. If they don't have equity, I don't say this.
Got it.
But typically they do, but like, man, I'd say this home was a really good investment. Just trying, affirming them. And
amazing,
if I send a TCA, so sometimes I send a TCA when I use the mortgage coach.
Yeah.
If I feel like they should refi or we're trying to establish a strike rate, so someone with a higher interest rate, I may create total cost analysis and send it to them. And so is this what your current mortgage looks like? Which I know it is. See,
right.
Have you made any additional payments? And then I'll say like, this is what a refi would look like. And I'll put like the strike rate in. I think this is when it would make sense. What do you think?
Do you focus on like as far as no matter what, like, do you always, the strike rate seems like such an easy conversation. Do you ever say something like, hey, if rates ever do get to a certain point, is there anything you want to do in the future? Like a pool, like update your kitchen, master bath, do an addition. Like, I don't know, it might just be because they might be thinking, hey, next summer we'd love to put in a pool, just don't know how to do it. We'll save up for it.
Yeah.
So
adding a question about, do you have any plans for future upgrades or any plans for future changes you want to make to the home? That's a great idea, Scott.
Yep. For the shirt, because now it's just not about the rate, it's about what they want to accomplish. Because rate is savings typically, but if they go, man, we would love to do this because of this or that. Maybe our kids are coming home from school, or we need more room, or I want more room for my grandkids, or, you know, I got a grandkid coming. Like, you just don't know. So if you put it out there as an emotion, or I don't know, that seems like it'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree. And then also about, you know, have you thought about investing? Any plans to invest in real? I thought they told you were like investment property or a second home, you know, vacation home.
Yeah, second home budget. Yeah, or pulling your equity
like
out to, hey, what's the strike rate to buy your first income property by pulling tax-free cash out of your home that you currently have? So now it's like you literally talked about investment properties, which they probably don't even know you do. A lot of people just think you do purchases, right? They don't even know you do.
Right.
Like, it's like I had an agent like say some silly stuff like that to me one time, but they just don't know, because they're not thinking about it until they're thinking about it. So, you know, the reticular activator. I mean, like, they heard a conversation or saw a commercial or something about, you know, Grant Cardone buying an investment property and, you know, literally having other people pay for your retirement.
Yep.
So putting those thoughts out there could trigger something pretty huge.
Yeah.
Killer. Agreed. Any questions for Kym while we got her? The simple stuff. I mean, simple stuff, guys. Like, this is something you can do right now before the end of the year. I would highly recommend doing it right now. If you're going to check out, but this is the time to build your January, February, March, literally, and ride you into the spring when it's the busiest time ever. And rates are going to come down eventually. Like, as soon as they already have, but when they drip into the mid to low fives, this is where your clients are going to start seeing stuff, hearing stuff, having conversations. And they're going to, and how many people are hanging out around Thanksgiving table, talking about real estate, talking about investments, talking about debt, talking about, I hate this. I hate that. Like, that's when, if you're front and center in their head right now, you're going to get those opportunities. And I would do this right after Thanksgiving again, because I would do the same thing almost over. Hey, just checking in after the holidays. Is there anything you guys talked about as a family where I could put anybody in a better financial situation?
Well, it's not just they're talking about debt. They're about to spend a tremendous amount of money, right? The holidays are right around the corner. They're going to be traveling. They're going to be spending for gifts, right? They're going to drain their financial resources. So when you start getting in front of them right now, they may not move forward today, but man, is January going to be your Christmas, right? Because you got in front of it, you planted the seeds, and now they need that additional cash to get after the holidays, right?
Right.
100%.
Yep.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. And what this is my sort of downtime. Like, so you guys, if you're like me, I have finite energy. I get to the end of the year and I'm like, whoo. I'm like, man, I need to catch my breath. I like to start. I like a reset. So I like to launch into the new year. So I don't check out right now. Instead, what I do is I just give myself permission to not necessarily be like face-to-face, voice-to-voice as much. So I'll take a couple of weeks and give myself that, like, I'm not going to be face-to-face, voice-to-voice, but what I'm doing is building out everything for next year. So I'm building out my campaigns.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at my laptop watching football or whatever. So I'm still like relaxing, but I'm building out next year. And so I highly recommend that. If you feel like you need a break, take a break, but maybe with that break, put some stuff in place for next year.
And I can't, I talk about this a lot too. I talked about last week, like, taking breaks is great, but man, if you start doing 3-day weekends, your breaks aren't as important. So if you're like taking, some people I know take Monday off, some people take Friday off, but Kym, you don't schedule anything on Friday. It's just a kind of a chill day, sit back, think, relax. And then Saturday is like, and Sunday you're like, all right, let's go. Cause you're ready to go again. Where if you're just like jamming it right into the, Friday. So just another way to have your vacations actually be vacations instead of work through your vacations is to like actually relax a little bit. So.
Yep. And if you have a planning day on Friday, you can plan how you're actually going to be out for vacation, because it takes you got to plan that ahead. You got to figure out who's going to cover for you and stuff. If you don't have any thinking time, then you can't. It doesn't happen. Good
stuff. Any questions? This is where the money's at, guys. Reach out, connect, engage, interact. Use the 3 different platforms she talks about: email, phone, text. That's it. I mean, it's that easy. There's no, and like, I got to admit, Kym, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but it's kind of boring, but it sure does put a lot of paychecks in the bank account.
Yep.
I mean, it's God, I got to have a conversation about doing a loan for somebody. With somebody that knows me, that likes me, that trusts me, that we can actually have I'm not trying to sell them on rate. I'm trying to tell them on an experience. I'm trying to sell them on better financial situation. Like it's totally different. You could call somebody you didn't know and ask those questions, and you'd have enough appointments. You'd just go, oh yeah, I'm open to that conversation. Like they don't even know you. And people are like, who doesn't want to be in a better financial situation, right? Or, hey, I got a financial planner that helps me do that. Great, what's his name? I'd love to connect with him. Now you got a warm referral to a financial planner. Like it's like listen to what they say, because now that's another relationship, another relationship that can turn into 1,000 other clients because you could bring value to that person.
There's so many things you could put in there. I'm looking for a good CPA to refer my clients to. Do you have some? I mean,
yeah, you might throw that in there, Kym. You might throw that in there. Hey, if you were to sell your home, who would you use if you don't have a realtor? Or hey, do you have a good CPA that you literally die by the sword, like you die for? Do you have a good account? Do you have a good like you could build up what I call page 5 of the 1003, so that they always come to you for every single little thing they need to do in their lives. You're the go-to person because you've built those relationships or built those relationships through other people that know, like, and trust you. So now you're just now you're communicating.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to add, I love that feeling like when you are going through and your database and like making who these are going to call, and then you call someone that you kind of forgot about maybe, and then a deal comes out of that. It's the most, it's like such a good, it gives you so much motivation to find another one. And, and if you don't make those calls, that's not going to happen. So you know, it's just make the calls.
Make the calls. Yeah. Unfortunately, right, Kathleen. All right, my friends. Hey, here we go. Same time, same place tomorrow. Devin is back in the saddle. What
I'm
we
back,
got,
man.
brother?
I got a little something for Kym today because today Kym, he's pretty damn fancy out there.
I'm in the fast lane.